things I wish I knew before going to Magaluf. Stay with me until the end of this video. We're talking about Magaluf, the party island, the party place where everything is going on every summer. Stay with me until the end of this video. Even if this is your first time or your 10th, 20th time in Magaluf, these things may save you a lot of time and money. Let's get into it. So the number one thing is that the crowd is extremely young. And when I say extremely, I mean it. I'm not talking about 20-year-old people. I'm talking about 15-year-old people. Like, the crowd is very, very young. You can see some older people, but they tend to go to other places. If you want to live like the nightlife that Magaluf has to offer, that insane nightlife and the party life and the nightclubs, expect to see people in their 20s and even younger. That's the vibe. So keep that in mind if you're a bit older. The second thing is that you don't necessarily need to party in a group, but it's more fun. Of course, it's more fun. If you're British, you have noticed all these groups that they promote. You can party with us in Magaluf, the packages that they offer. I partied this way. I went into a group. I purchased an all-inclusive party ticket. I don't remember the name, but it was for a week, I think, and it included most of the parties and the clubs. However, you don't need to party in a group because these promotions claim that they save you money, which might be slightly true. If you're a drinker, if you drink a lot, it's a good deal, hands down. So let's get this out of the way. If you drink a lot, go with a package, book a package. It's gonna save you a ton of money. But if you're not much of a drinker, then the prices are pretty much the same, because you pay the same to go on the boat party, the boat trip. You pay the same to get into clubs. So I'm not sure if it's a good deal or not. So you can get deals even if you're in Magaluf. You don't need to buy the package beforehand. It's more fun, don't get me wrong, it's more fun if you party in a group, because there are these drinking games and it's crazy because, you know, it's all that crowd that goes from place to place. You go bar hopping and you do the bar crawling. It's amazing. But you can do it on your own as well. It all depends on what you're looking for. The next thing is that 1 week is not enough. I went to Magaluf for a week, and I realized that I needed more. And the reason why I needed more is because the parties are too many, that you don't get the time to see every single party, to attend every party. Because even the same nightclubs, first of all, there are a ton of bars, day clubs, nightclubs, pubs. There are a ton of them. So even if you went to 5, let's say 4 or 5 bars every day, every night, then because each nightclub has a different type of show every night, you wouldn't see all of them. Like, for instance, I think Car Wash nightclub. So one day they have the foam party, which was incredible. It was the most insane party I've ever been to. Like, I think I was drawn in foam. I think I felt like dying because the foam was too much that I couldn't breathe. It was iconic, an iconic foam party. And then the other day it had a neon party and then another party. So you needed like 3 to 4 nights just for one nightclub if you wanted to see and go to every party that this place had. So you see that half of your days are spent in one nightclub. And there are so many nightclubs and you want to go to every place. So in my opinion, if you're into partying, 1 week is not enough. The next thing is that if you're here for the party, don't visit Palma. Don't visit Palma de Mallorca, which is the capital of the island. It's a beautiful city, don't get me wrong. Don't be mad at me. If you love Palma de Mallorca, it's a beautiful city, but if you're into partying, I would say just stay in Magaluf, because Palma is a city for a different crowd. It has a different vibe. There are some nightclubs there as well, but in my opinion, it's not worth it. If you want to see some archaeological places, some history, some castles, some monuments, you can go there, you can spend a day there. I did. I spent a whole day in Palma. But yeah, apart from sightseeing, there wasn't any partying. Expect to see a lot of British tourists. Like, Magaluf is so underrated for a reason. People don't know about it. I think only British people know about it, and I have no idea why. Like, even Europeans don't know about Magaluf. For me, it's, if not the best, it's one of the best places I've ever been to, especially for partying. And it's so affordable. It's like, it's a no-brainer. If you want to party on a budget and have a great time on a party island, you will choose Magaluf. It's a no-brainer. But people from all over the world don't know it. I don't know why it's not promoted that much. I have no idea why. So expect to see a lot of British people. I think every single person that I met was British. There were no Spanish people at all. So if you like the British party life and how British people party, you will love this place. Another thing is that it's safe. It's safe because police is everywhere. The bar street is very long in Magaluf, but there's police both in the beginning of the bar street and at the end of the bar street. So even if you pass out or if you drink too much, there's gonna be someone for you. And also robberies and crimes don't happen that much in Magaluf. They do happen, but they get prevented. Or police acts really fast because it's there, it's always there. This place is guarded 24/7. The next thing is that there aren't too many fine dining options. So if you're a fine dining lover and you want to go to a nice restaurant, you can find some, but you will have a hard time because most restaurants are typical Spanish restaurants with local food, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. But if you want a different experience, a fine dining experience, you have to go to Palma de Mallorca. For example, I wanted to try a fine dining restaurant, so I visited a Michelin-starred restaurant, which is called Marc Fos, and I had to go to Palma de Mallorca because I couldn't find another restaurant at that level in Magaluf. Magaluf, it's more chill, it's a party place, so you won't find fine dining options. Marc Fos was iconic. It was an iconic restaurant. I loved it, but I had to go to Palma. And the final thing is that Spanish food is a little bit hard to digest, in my opinion, if you're not used to Mediterranean cuisine and Spanish food. It may seem a little bit spicy for you, or maybe too much oil. They use olive oil almost in every meal, so it might seem a little bit heavy. Your stomach may feel a bit full, or you may feel that it's kind of hard to digest, so you won't have a lot of energy for partying if you just had dinner. And especially with paellas, I did a terrible mistake and had a paella before partying, and then my stomach was so full that I couldn't party properly. So keep that in mind. It's a little bit hard to digest if you're not used to it. So yeah, check out my vlog about Magaluf. I will link it down in the description of the video. It's an iconic party vlog, and I will see you in the next video.